No, I'm going off it for the weekend's performance, more relief. Nerves kick in. Yes, they know they have to win every game. Getting over the line doesn't matter how they're doing it, so it was the relief kind of come in. But the reason why I can't accept the fatigue bit is because they're such a big squad, 25-man squad. Yes, they're a massive club. They're in all these other competitions. However, the EFL play 46 games a season. They're in the cup competitions. Take Southampton for argument's sake. Been beaten in the semi-final of the FA Cup. They're going to play 46 league games. Then they're going to play 2 playoff games and then maybe 1 more. So for me, I'm not buying into the fatigue side of it, really. I'm really not. Relief and nervousness is one that plays a massive part, but the fatigue, I'm not buying into, because Arsenal have been praised and been spoken about how big and how well they've done over the years in their transfer market to bolster their squad and be like-for-like changes. So for me, I just can't have the fatigues.
Did you feel like you were running out of steam when you got promoted with QPR via the playoffs? Because again, there's those extra games at the end of the season.
We ran out of steam probably about 6 to 8 games ago, and then we knew we was almost guaranteed to be in the playoffs. So we had time almost to build up with 2 games to go in the Championship. And
but
then,
Arsenal can't do that.
This is what I'm saying. So we'd be able to build up, where Arsenal have no place to build. They know they just have to win.
Yeah, one notable absentee, Joe, and one man who Arsenal fans will be very pleased to see. They are just starting a training session in the background behind me there. The man who did emerge, Eberechi Eze, and he did say in his interview after that game at the weekend, when of course he scored the winner against Newcastle, that he would be fine, that it was just a little precautionary reason for him leaving the pitch with 8 minutes to go. And sure enough, Eberechi Eze is out there. But the other muscular niggle, to use the words of Mikel Arteta from that game, was Kai Havertz, and he hasn't emerged. So Kai Havertz not training with the team today. You would suspect then he will play no part in Madrid tomorrow night. Ricardo Calafiori is out there. 3 weeks since we last saw him in Arsenal's win out in Lisbon against Sporting in the last round of the Champions League, so Arsenal fans will be very pleased to see his long locks out there, I'm sure. But Jurrien Timber still an absentee for Arsenal, and obviously Mikel Merino a long-term absentee. But the good news is that Eberechi Eze has shaken off that muscular niggle from Saturday.
Has it changed, by the way, in the last couple of years in terms of the volume of information that you have to learn as a player, in terms of that set-piece playbook?
I think it has, yeah. I think even for me, when I first broke in, set pieces were important, but I feel like in the last couple of years they've just gone to another level, and that's with the amount of goals people are scoring, with people getting employed just to be specifically on set pieces in the coaching staff. It's a massive part of the game, and we see cycles in football now, and I think there's times where it's pure football in eras, but I think we're at a time now where it's more geared towards set pieces. So
well, set piece coaches are under pressure now. If you don't score a set piece for all 10 games, people want the set piece coach out. Put a new one in.
Does that help to explain, Jamie, why there's been a bit of a shake-up in their corner routine?
Yeah, there was a bit of pressure on Nicholas Jova, I think, to earn his money or earn his statue at the end of the season, and they come up with something. And I think, listen, for a lot of supporters who don't support Arsenal, they get a lot of criticism for scoring goals from set pieces because it's seen as getting lots of bodies in the 6-yard box, maybe blocking the goalkeeper, Gabriella header. But when you see a set piece like I saw at the weekend, that for me is brilliant class. Now, it doesn't matter how you score, it still counts as a goal, but this was a brilliant routine. But he is a top player, and you see that what he's done at England at tournament level. He's coming at Manchester United, got the captain's armband, and then he had a difficult spell, as we do as footballers. But when you're saying he's a top player, I don't know him that well, you probably know him better than me. Well, for me, looking from afar, a top character. And what I mean by that is, it would have been very easy for him to leave Manchester United on 2 or 3 occasions at different times. There was a little bit of heat on him. At one stage, I think the supporters were getting on his back. I go back to an incident in a pre-season game where Anana, the goalkeeper, came in. He's only been there 2 minutes. He was having a go at him and screaming and shouting at him. And the character that lad's shown, and he signed a new contract, hasn't he, for next season, to be at one of the biggest clubs in the world, where when it's not going well, the flag's flying. I know that from Liverpool, and Manchester United is exactly the same. And as I said, it hasn't been easy, because they're not been, the most successful of Manchester United teams we've seen. But for him to come through that And as you say, he comes back into the team. It almost feels like they need Harry Maguire now. When you're looking at a Manchester United team sheet, if you're a Manchester United fan, you think, we need Harry Maguire playing. You just mentioned how strong they are in both boxes. That's a big part of him. And listen, don't know him too well, but got so much admiration. And I love that in players. It's easy to play well when things are going well. Have a look at people when things aren't going well, how they come through it and you fight through it. And that's part of being a professional player. And for me, I think what he's done at Manchester United is superb character-wise.